Once you know exactly what you're accused of, that's when you can start to formulate your defense. It's a case-by-case basis. It depends on exactly what your circumstances are. It depends on what stages you're in. It depends on whether Children's Services is involved. It depends on which agency is handling it, whether it's a federal government, a local authority, a sheriff, or a detective that is specialized in sex crimes specifically. It depends just what your circumstances are, so there is no catch-all way to handle these cases. But the most important directive I can give you is keep your mouth shut. Do not talk to anybody once you've learned about your sex crime allegation or your sex crime investigation, and immediately contact an attorney. Once contact has been made with the appropriate agency, we can start to also gauge what we're actually facing, because sex crimes vary greatly. There's so many different types of rape statutes that can be filed against somebody. It's sometimes hard to determine exactly what someone's facing. So if someone accuses them of being sexually assaulted, it depends on exactly what the conduct is they're alleging. It could range it from a rape charge, an attempted rape charge, a gross sexual imposition F3, a gross sexual felony 4, a sexual battery F3, importuning, sexual imposition as a misdemeanor, and other unlawful sexual conduct of a minor charges that can be misdemeanor or felony. There's such an array of different criminal offenses, and all of them come with different types of penalties, potential defenses, and also what most people don't like to talk about, sex offender registration, or the possibility of sex offender registration. If you're facing a sex crime accusation, don't immediately jump to the conclusion that you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison. There are a lot of statutes that encompass certain types of conduct. It's all too often that I have a client that is charged with a sex crime that just assumes the worst and gives up on themselves. I would encourage you to be strong as you go through this and be tough, because if false allegations are being made against you, you need to fight back. And even if the accusations aren't false, and maybe you did do something, maybe you did make a mistake, you need to realize that I don't care whether you committed the crime or not. That's not my job. I'm not here to judge you. I'm on your side without hesitation at all times, no matter what happens. And my job is to get you out of this, if at all possible. In a sex crime case, your attorney is truly your only friend, because you can't talk about it with anyone else. So it is imperative that you regain your confidence, fight back, and don't roll over to the system, because sex crime cases come obviously with the stigma that they involve a sex crime, and people take them in a mentally different way. But just know, I'm highly experienced, and I would say with confidence that I've probably handled more sex crime cases in the last 5 years in the entire state of Ohio than anyone. I know what to do in these circumstances. You need to listen to me and let me guide you through this. I cannot guarantee you a specific outcome, but what I can guarantee you is that I'm going to cater your situation in the best way that you possibly could to get you the best outcome possible.